This video is sponsored by PCBWay. Hello everyone! Today I've got for you a quick but important video, since as you may already know, most of my VR builds don't have any kind of IPD adjustment. Today I've decided to finally fix that and designed a basic IPD adjustment system using two small stepper motors, simple Atmega board and a 3D printed stepstick driver. For this one, I've wanted to use a Arduino Nano since it's fairly small and has all of the pins that I need, but I've decided to design my own Nano clone, which works just like the real thing, but has much needed upgrades like USB-C connector and cheaper voltage regulator. Today I will show you how I've assembled the IPD system and how it works. Just like always, I've ordered my boards on PCBWay. The package arrived very quickly and everything was safely prepared for the shipment. PCBWay provides very fast PCB production at very low prices, so it was a perfect fit for my project. This time I've ordered my PCBs with red solder mask, which is a nice breath of fresh air from the usual green ones. Of course, when you place the order, you get minimum of 5 pieces, which will come in handy when you mess up the soldering. As you can see, the PCB quality is very high and you can easily see all of the traces without the use of microscope. Before soldering my boards, I prefer to cover them with lot of flags, which will make the soldering way easier. And since I will be using my hotter station to solder all of the components, I will add solder to all of my pads in advance. With both of those steps done, I'm now ready to solder all of the parts. Thankfully my board doesn't use too many components and most of them are pretty big, so the whole soldering part went pretty smoothly. After soldering the board, it's a good idea to thoroughly clean it with the flags remover, since it doesn't look very good and I think it might be toxic. I've left it soaking for a while and cleaned off all of the flags with a toothbrush, and as you can see, the board looks perfect now. I've connected the board to my PC and as you can see, some of the LEDs started flashing. It's also being recognized in the Arduino software, which basically means that it's working as intended. So for the first test, I've grabbed the ULN 2003 stepper motor controller along with a basic stepper motor. I've connected all of the pins of the stepper motor controller directly to my board since it doesn't require external power. After that, I've uploaded some example Arduino code and as you can see, the stepper motor is now working. Of course that motor is quite big and I don't think it will work well, so I will swap it out for a smaller linear stepper motor. It's a pretty nice looking thing and it seems like it worked just fine for my application. Unfortunately, it cannot be used with the current stepper motor driver, since the big motor is unipolar and the small one is bipolar. To fix this simple issue, I've took an old stepstick driver from my Ender 3 build and I will use that. I've also decided to use two motors, one for each eye. For this build, I will be reusing my Persephone Zero lenses, which are 40mm in diameter and of course Fresnel. The idea is to make custom lens holders which will attach to the motors and move the lenses left and right. The lens holders are of course 3D printed and perfectly fit with the lenses. The lens installation is pretty simple since you basically pop them into the plastic piece. For this system to work properly, you will also need a couple of 2mm smooth rods. This big piece right here is the main frame. It will be used to house all of the electronics and also hold the smooth rods in place. First I will install the stepper motors, since those go directly on top of the frame. Next I will secure both motors with simple 3D printed brackets and couple of self-tapping screws. Both motors are now properly attached and I can now proceed with the lens installation. The lens brackets go into the assembly from underneath and attach directly to the stepper motor handle. This makes it possible for the lenses to move left and right when the motor is powered on. With the lens bracket in place, I will now push the smooth rods into both ends of the frame so that the lens assembly will be able to slide around more smoothly. And now the left lens is pretty much finished, So I will repeat all of those steps for the right one as well. And just like that, all of the mechanical parts are in place. Of course it won't work yet, since we have to do all of the electronics parts as well. I've also added a small tact switchboard, which when pressed will move the lenses in one direction or the other. I've started the wiring by connecting the step stick board to my microcontroller, and then I've connected the stepper motor directly to the step stick board. Since I'm using a step stick for the 3D printers, I will have to use a separate 9V power supply which will power the motors. So I've soldered the power supply to the step stick board and I'm now ready to test if it's working. If you look very closely, you should now be able to see that the stepper motor is slowly rotating. So now that I know that it's working, I've soldered the second stepper motor directly to the pins of the first one. And as you can see, both motors are now working. I've also changed the motor speed so that you can see it better. Now with all of that done, it's time to add the tact switch buttons, which will control the motors. With the buttons connected, you can now press the left or right button to move the lenses. It's a very rough prototype, but it's definitely working as intended and I can see myself using it in my future builds. And that's pretty much all for today. Thanks for watching everyone and hope to see you in the next video. And as always, huge thanks to my patrons. See you later and goodbye.